Hey everybody, it's Whitney from WhitneyDanielle.com. I'm back in beautiful San Diego and I'm loving it. I hope you guys are having an amazing holiday season. And as I was going through this weekend, I had a holiday Christmas party and a couple of other events, birthdays and dinners, and I really started to feel guilty. And I'm like, ugh, I know I'm not the only one, right? Because I'm getting bombarded with Facebook invites to different events and soirees and fundraising happenings, all kinds of stuff, guys, all kinds of stuff. My inbox is blowing up and I'm like, I can't go to all of it. And I know I'm not the only one who's getting hit up by friends and family to attend all sorts of events. And, even when it comes to eating, a lot of us feel guilty. I know last night I was at this company party and there was so much flatbread, so many cannolis. We had sangria and wine and beer, and it was a lot, right? And you can feel really guilty, especially when the entire week we're celebrating and people are bringing in cupcakes and really great cookies and pies and weird bread. And you're like, what? I got to try it. And you feel guilty because all day, right? Literally every day from the rest of the year, for the rest of this month, from now on, we're going to be bombarded with food and different treats, and it's going to get crazy, right? But how do you not feel guilty when you go home? How do you not feel guilty when you go home at night and you lay down and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe I ate 6 adorable reindeer cupcakes that were so delicious? How do you not feel guilty? Right? Your schedule, your eating, sometimes your money, right? You don't have enough money to give to all the different organizations you want to. Maybe gift giving is tight this year and you're wondering, okay, well, how am I going to afford to get this person a gift and that person a gift and it's so-and-so's birthday and I've got this engagement and blah, blah, blah. You get overwhelmed. So the couple of things that I love to do when it comes to not feeling guilty, the first thing is to remember that you are doing your best, that you are showing up as the best version of you in that moment all the time. If you do that, and I know it sounds kind of weird, but if you do it, I swear to you, it works, and you will remember that. Because when I go into a party, I know I'm bringing my best. I know I'm bringing my A game, and I'm going to do my best. And if I slip up, look, I did my best. Okay, now that's not an excuse. That's just a precursor going in, knowing that I'm gonna take care of myself. I'm gonna take care of Whitney, and I'm gonna do what's best for her. Now, there are gonna be slip-ups. There are gonna be times where you overdo it. Okay, maybe too much eggnog, too much sangria, one too many cookies. It happens. Okay, it happens to all of us, but we can't beat ourselves up about it because who has time for that? I don't have time for that. I've got Christmas shopping to do. I need to do my laundry and pack. Check into my flight. I'm busy. Okay, so the second thing that I really want to make sure that you're honing in on is, to lean on your support groups, lean on your accountability people, lean on the people that care about you. When you start to feel guilty, figure out how you can get creative. Okay, I know that for me, when I've got too many things to buy, or maybe I've got a wedding, like I've got a wedding coming up, and I'm putting a lot of my funds into that, so there's not a ton of extra to just buy really dumb stuff for people that it's fun, but you know what I mean? That's right there when you got to get creative. Okay, well, what can I do? How can I show up? What can I do with the surplus that I do have? Maybe it's not in dollars, maybe it's in something else. I've got a lot of blank. I've got a lot of clothes. I've got a lot of purses. I've got a lot of jewelry. How can I give back? Giving back, whether it's with food, whether it's with gifts and things, these things are going to make you feel good. And it's really hard to feel guilty when you feel good. Or when you're giving back to someone, to something, when you're doing for someone else, it's really hard to beat yourself up at the same time. So I suggest getting really creative, whether it's financially and being more frugal and maybe making more gifts this year, or whether it's taking some of that food and realizing, okay, 3 pieces of pie, as much as I would love to eat 3 pieces of pie, it's not going to work. And I'm not going to eat them when I get home either because I've still got shit from last week. So with those 3 pieces that I've cut for myself, what can I do with them? I know that so-and-so just had a baby. I know that so-and-so isn't going out because they're taking care of their grandmother. Maybe I can go bring them some food. How can you be of service? How can you show up for someone else? Because there's a lot of people who aren't going to be able to go out this season to do and to party and to have fun and turn up like you and I. So how can you show up for someone else? Because if you're showing up for them, you can't beat yourself up because you're going to be too busy doing something for someone else. So that's another thing that you can do. The third thing I'll give you, just as kind of like a small plus tip, is to just remember that as we go forth this year, you're going to look back and you're going to see a lot of things that went really well and a lot of things that didn't. And when we look at guilt and feeling guilty, right, all we can do is plan. That's all we can do. Like literally, that's all we can do is try to plan for things. So when it comes to your schedule being overwhelmed, or your cupboards, your kitchen feeling overwhelmed, maybe your waistline is feeling overwhelmed, all you can do is plan. So plan to work out a few more times this week. Plan to make some time for someone else. Plan to show up in another way. So maybe you can't go to every single party this Sunday afternoon or every single brunch, but which one is going to be the most important? Which group have you not seen in a long time? Getting creative. Sure, you can't stay the whole time, but how can you show up, make a big statement, and then move to the next thing? Planning. Just plan it. Plan it ahead of time, figure it out ahead of time, and just show up. So those are a couple things I really hope will help feeling guilty. I don't want you to feel guilty. I know if you lean on the support that you have, it's a lot less likely, but I want you to have a great holiday season. I want you to go into this holiday season with guns a-blazing, ready to go, have an amazing, amazing, amazing time with your friends and family and your loved ones, and get ready to start this new year, because that's what I'm going to do. I'm super pumped about it. So that's me, Whitney, sticking to my story. I hope you have a great rest of your week. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll talk to you soon. Cheers.